Radiant team ban.
Whoa.
See you later, nerds.
I admit nothing but my I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Infamous turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Infamous turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Infamous turn to pick.
Enchantress.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Tiny.
Infamous turn to pick.
Earth Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
I speak for the trees.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Infamous turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Infamous turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5
See you
seconds
later,
remaining.
nerds.
The next level play. Next level play.
Radiant team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Infamous turn to ban. Infamous turn to pick. Radiant team pick. Spectre. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Infamous turn to pick.
Necrophos.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Ancient apparition.
Radiant team ban.
Terror blade.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Infamous turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Infamous turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Infamous turn to pick.
What's the way?
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero.
See you later, nerds.
Ten seconds remaining.
Whoa.
Transferred along. I'm not exactly sure. One of my guys posted it in my Discord, so it's a pretty good feature. Never seen it happen. But the egg remained, so the body left, but the egg remained.
Where you watching? The next time. How it's done.
It's a feature, Kips.
It always is. Especially if OG discovers it.
Right, exactly.
Papita.
I remember back in the day when Loda was the one who'd always find all the bugs in the middle.
Oh yeah. Great running gag for everyone except Loda.
Except for Loda, right?
I mean, he's always had a bit of a chip on his shoulder, hasn't he? But that's
30
also
seconds to
why
go.
you get good. You used to take. I really love that we have such a rich and storied history with.
See you later,
A
nerds.
little bit of skirmishing back and forth. Looks like they'll be able to definitely get the top 2 runes. The rest of Cr4zy, I guess, have decided to back off. They know they'll.
The battle
HFN
begins.
feels like he, considering it, but. Well, picks up. There.
With a little sidestep from Pakazs as well to dodge a MoonMeander roll. No harm done. Vector 8. You have a ton of slow in this lane, but the Cr4zy is hard to pull. Just an 8. They definitely have potential. He's a very fragile pull. Doesn't really have.
I like that phrase, a fragile popsicle. We hear a lot about the fragile little snowflakes, but I want to go with this one from now on. Again, MoonMeander, though, just being very, very aggressive early, gets the roll, gets some damage down on Pakazs. Another one of those players that is just going to be hyper aggressive, especially if they know that they have the advantage in a lane, which they definitely do against an Ancient Apparition and a Spec. Roll in. Kaz is just gonna get rolled out non-stop, I have a feeling. As long as Moon has mana, that's how this lane's gonna go.
And he can't really be punished all well at separation. It's going to get worse once it's up. Because then there's no possibility.
Yeah, they just chased him down. They had the Metamorphosis, they had the Enchant from the Enchantress. They realized that Underlord is very, very weak level 1. Advantage of that.
Absolutely. Ideally, you kill twice. Green would be where he really starts to
He's gonna be okay. This Popsicle turns back around. We'll throw out the slow. Nope. Oh, he's got the Fairy Fire, though, so we'll get taken down by MoonMeander. And KheZu's gonna be just fine. He's got that Death Pulse. Back up again. And he also gets a salve used on. To have people feed you salves constantly.
I mean, I've been really enjoying my recent.
Might be able to bully HFN here. They don't have the Enchantress to toss up. Yep, and just like that, they would realize that there's no Enchantress to babysit him. She went off to go grab herself a creep, so they'll make the play on HFN. Pay for it.
That is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's going to get that bracer up very soon. That much. He's already sizable.
Harass coming out from Owie is just, though, got the tomato, give flaps. Good, some pings coming out over to the mid lane as Faker's sitting very, very low. The roll forward coming out from MoonMeander, but he's just far behind here. Throwing out the stone will slow him down. They're going for the dive here, Kips. This is not looking good. Faker trying to stay alive. He does have the Fairy Fire. He'll go for it. Michael, though, trying to punish them. Out of a toss back underneath the tower. Ryle, you just went a little bit too far, my friend. Oh, MoonMeander, though, canceling out the TP over on Faker. Oh, I think this is not looking good for Faker. I think Faker might be dead. Michael's still trying to catch up here. Does have the boost, so he'll be able to make MoonMeander pay for it, but both of the cores going down the mid lane.
Well, at the very least, that's. Yep, listen. He's very happy, but Thinking that was not entirely necessary. The Nature's Prophet has a lot of armor, so I can see why he'd want to trade there, and I actually thought that he was gonna.
Some aggression.
Then is in the world of hurt again. And that's
Yeah, Papita can't stay there. Too hard. This Enchantress is just such a good lane.
it's absolutely ridiculous. He also functions as a really nice damage dealer mid-game, and you don't really want to focus on Enchantress as the enemy team. Ideally, you have a lineup that can kill her sort of an afterthought, and at the very least, Infamous has got that covered if they hit the AA. But that's going to be the if of this game. Like, if they hit the AA blast, Infamous has got a good. Don't.
I mean, there's so much pressure because also, what's their initiation coming out from the side of Infamous? Got a Haunt, you could, I guess, have Faker TP in on the back lines. Maybe the Tinies. I don't know, I just feel like they don't have the greatest setup here. Be a lot of pressure on Accel.
At the very least, though, he's going to have a lot of vision, and there's going to be a lot of just random damage flying around with Haunt, with Prophet Ult bouncing, or having to walk through the back. So at the very least, there's going to be a lot of damage done, but if they play it right on the side of KheZu, especially if it comes up, it doesn't necessarily mean that anything. They're just going to have to juggle all of it.
Roll it again over here on Pakazs. Quite managed to land the roll, but will land the kick over on the side. He forces out the Fairy Fire. Soul has a couple wand charges too. Being hyper aggressive in this, despite all this hyper aggression, it's still not looking terrible for Pakazs. 37 and 7 CS right now.
Very well for him. Of course, he did get a bit of an easier time with his but that's a trait that KheZu is very comfortable. Give the Spectral a little
Dire's
more,
middle tower is under
we also
attack.
get this rotation. MoonMeander is pretty well leveled.
We've got two things going on. Moon's rolling over here onto Pakazs. They've got the Death Pulse. Will slow him down just a little bit here, but does look like he's okay. But in the mid lane, do we use the Rolling Thunder? Faker, he's trying to just stay alive, but he's not going to be able to do it as Michael does manage to come back around. But you've got Owie here. Just force him back.
That's for Faker. And he's going to be suffering from Val every time. Nature's Prophet is nothing without the right clicks. Val gets proc this game, then the Nature doesn't really.
One of Nef's most hated heroes in all of Dota is the Pangolier in the mid lane. Very angry about the fact that you've got the lucky shot. Like that. Because what can you do against it? You can't do anything. Very annoying.
I don't know, you might want to be a mixed damage or instead.
Oh, Papita. They use the Sunder, the roll from Moon, and that's a kill for HFN. Wrath of Nature does get tossed out, but...
Michael, what are you doing here?
Heck. No, Michael thinks.
He went for a stroll.
I wonder if he's trying to get a toss underneath the tower, but top lane looks like they're trying to make some moves over onto KheZu. Quite have that damage yet. Have the Haunt available if they decide to go in, and it looks like Michael will fall. No one's sitting too low in the bottom lane, though. Strategy is to just try to make more space for Pakazs, but...
This is very early to start throwing your body.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, too.
Is under attack.
I don't think you need to get that desperate yet. I imagine that he was fishing back, but...
Too greedy with 3 of them down there and no one else.
Anyway, that's a nice little leftover.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bra's gonna be disappointed about that. His bottle's empty.
Did that for a raid day and some... stole his...
Vision over Faker, who's trying his best to farm
Are scanning.
for that orchid.
Radiant's bottom
best
tower
time in
is
the
under
lane.
attack.
That Ryle here. And they've had some really good rotations. It's kind of interesting. They didn't actually do any rotations for Faker. Rolling top lane over onto Pakazs, and they have the sight. And that's a dead Pakazs. Will lose Papita as rather lose the courier. Huh?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and these deaths from Spectre are going to happen throughout the game.
Papita's pretty tanky here. I think he's actually going to be fine. Toss up though from Michael. It comes around the Nature Faker, making the rotation. Gets the kill on MoonMeander. Now he's still here, but it looks like they're not interested in trying to get the jump on him as well.
I wonder if we're now going to see the Unstoppable Force in the improved object, or at least the two immovable objects sitting in the
Toss back. Owie, taking some damage here, only sitting at level 5. And they'll use the haunt, they'll let Pakazs get the kill, and they'll translate this into a bottom tower push. Hiding over the tree line doesn't have the scythe.
There is the answer to my question.
There it is.
Are not going to let this bottom tower just...
Radiant structures.
That's very ballsy of Kid.
Precious bump.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ryle's here. Doesn't quite have enough mana though for the Rolling Thunder, although he'll go a bottle up, turn his attention now over to Papita. He's gonna go get taken down. And they'll be rolling on through Michael and Faker, just trying to dodge the pinball here for the most part. Ice Blast gonna get tossed in. This could be a big kill here. Ryle gets hit with it. That should shatter, and Michael will collect the kill. MoonMeander kicking out some of these stuns. KheZu being held over into the tree line. Pakazs slowly but surely chasing him down. He doesn't have the Ghost Shroud. Now he does. To those wand charges, Pakazs actually in a lot of trouble here. He needs some help. Michael though coming in with the Avatos, one more hit, gets himself a double kill, and Infamous are just outlasting this fight now. See that they're chasing around. MoonMeander rolled up, blocks right here over into Michael. Michael doesn't quite have enough mana just yet, although there it is with the wand charge. The toss up, the tree and babies helping out, and Faker gets himself yet another kill.
Outplayed. That is definitely crazy, overestimating their staying power. And excellent play by Pakazs there. He's got that full one saved up, and he's waiting for this fight.
Radiant's middle tower
So he can
is
come back
under
out of his
attack.
tree full health. And it looked like KRazy didn't actually communicate well enough that he had that, because they were rather surprised to see so healthy again.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Felt kind of like they were hemorrhaging kills. Like it was one of those one by one they started to fall. Gonna try to. Well, I
Radiant
think.
are scanning.
Who was it? Was it Blitz who like had this whole video that talked about, you know, if you're gonna be trying to defend your bottom tier 1, make sure you have everyone there, because it's just too many points of access otherwise. And in that case, they just didn't have that work. Look, he finds a kill on Faker. MoonMeander gets hit with an Ice Blast, but they don't have any extra follow-up damage, so
Dire's
absolutely fine
structures
here.
are fortified.
Faker teleported in well
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
this area where the trees used to be, over near the radiant tower. And I don't know why he thought he could get away with that, but
Dire's
he
middle
was
tower
swiftly
has
punished for
fallen.
his sins.
Bit of breathing room down here for Pakazs. He needs to be careful as his Ryle is hunting him. Doesn't have the Rolling Thunder, but can just be a bully in general. Floating around this bottom area, forcing Pakazs out, has to go back to his own side. And HFN's very, very happy using his meta and just hitting creeps and triangle. Has that Yasha completed.
Radiant's
We'll find
top
for
tower is
Assange
under
next.
attack.
And this is a much different play yesterday on, sorry, that we saw MNZ, I should say, play yesterday on the turn, where there was a lot of pressure on him to actually push this game out before he get online. This is just a Terrorblade who's got a pretty decent late game matchup. He's going to feel fine.
Oh, they're just a little off the mark.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Back up in about 27 seconds. The smoke's gonna wear out. No vision on them, just staying very
Dire's
patiently.
structures are fortified.
What a
Dire's bottom
It's
tower
almost got
is
the,
under attack.
Invisibility.
Okay, they do spot that out. They do see that he's invis. Vacate the perimeter. run right into MoonMeander. This is a follow-up here. It's not looking good for Accel. He's going to try to get into the Roshan pit. Get a couple of these rolls around, hopping right around the corner. Can Roshan get the kill? Nope. Gonna be KheZu who gets the final hit.
Sepsis.
Just as smart. That's another. They keep establishing dominance and they make it very hard for him to get out on the lane. You may have noticed that Ganker is.
Don't know if you want to go in on this, Pakazs. The toss back, though. No, Papita's here. The scythe gets used over onto Michael. But Pakazs and Papita are just going to walk away. Brian wanting a little bit more here. Has his eyes over onto Pakazs, but they'll force out that teleport here from Papita, but he actually cancels it. Decides not to Dark Rift out here.
If he Dark Rifts out, they're gonna. It's very rough that they can't fight the side of Cr4zy right now, but at the same time, they have item time. Faker is
Dire's top tower is
flying
under
right
attack.
now. And there's also a Yule's upcoming on Papita. And with the added decision, these two, they're going to be able to get down while they focus their.
Bell was just trying to go get a D ward here. Does manage to get it, but he will fall. And there's a roll forward again here. They see Papita, they see Michael.
Amazing what you'll find.
Go secure themselves up that bounty run for Brile so they can get a couple bottle charges. They'll give a couple over to Moon too.
Precious bounty.
Faker stole the one near HFN. That's pretty bold.
Sure, HFN was very surprised.
Thief. His last one. Brile, I think. Oh no, he has his followers. Yeah,
Big ice blast over to the mid lane, over onto KheZu with the Avatos. Not going to be able to heal from this one here. Bit of a slipper coming up from Owie. They've got the roll in coming forward. They should be able to go clean up on Michael, though they missed the rock, so he's going to split around. Rolling Thunder, though, should be able to clean him up. And another kill goes over to Brile.
At the very least, the Tiny doesn't roll in that, which is very important because Inching goes through that Blue Shatter.
Radiant's bottom
Decent
tower
destination
is under
with the
attack.
AA Blast are going to be that much added surprise burst. I mean, you said it all the way back in the draft. That is their burst damage. It's just the Avatos from this post 4 time.
Yep.
I think that Infamous should actually, in some point, very, very near, give him access to camps or like good wave that's come to tower and back off. He can keep running around like this, but you're
Radiant are
risking a
scanning.
very important time here. Even if it's your plus 4, at some point you need to prioritize him.
Warriors of the wood.
Baker's going to be that BKB, so he can avoid getting scythed or rolled into or any of the wonderful other spells that they have going on. Scan, they know that they're over here. And they're the two rolling rock buddies.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bundle of fun surprises.
That's what makes it interesting. The roll in, though, over onto Faker, just a little bit too late. Get themselves a D ward. Papita feeling very macho here for some reason, deciding to walk into 4. That seems very questionable. Okay, he'll hold him into place. Can they follow up with the Ice Blast? Ice Blast, maybe. We'll be able to land over to KheZu, but Michael's already just dissipated here. As now Owie slowing them down with all the rolls and everything. HFN gets a kill. That felt questionable to me. I don't know.
That was very opportunistic.
Radiant's
It's
middle
near
tower
this
is
road
under
now.
attack.
Anyone can just walk in and take it. And I gotta say, I like how you use the word dissipate, but for me, the dissipate also is a lot more peaceful than what actually happens.
Well, he definitely ceased to exist in any case because there's just too much being tossed at him. So yeah, this is a very fast roach. There's nothing that they can do quicker than for the side of Infamous. And they'll let Brian pick up the Aegis because he is playing very, very aggressive. Gander.
Figure was
Radiant structures.
I'm looking forward to just seeing or comparing, you know, depending on who ends up winning this, obviously, since we the best of 3 carries, but
Bias
I would love to see Bryle just go toe-to-toe with Quinn, but there's a toss-up. That's the Aegis. It's already been spent. Michael now walking away. Owie just chasing after him, but looks like they might decide to back up. Now MoonMeander rolling in gets a little bit too greedy here. Wanted that kill on the Tiny. There's going to be Pakazs. He goes. He zooms right back in again. They have a Yules as well, so it's not looking like Bryle's going to be able to go roll away, especially when you consider that they have the Orchid, and they'll just chase him down, give him a couple clicks, and Papita cleans up. They're going for more. Pakazs has his eyes on KheZu. They do have their eyes on Owie too, but they don't have anything to go and cancel out that TP. So they'll hop on the bus and they'll take a little trip down to the bottom lane.
This is a fast move. She has to fake into premises immediately. That was really nice by Infamous though. And I think, honestly, that if they want to win more fights like that, Accel is going to have to let go of always wanting to hit KheZu with that Ice Blast. I think, in general, the power of not having KheZu heal or Owie heal his teammates is powerful enough to say, hey, just spread the damage out. Make sure that
Radiant's
you get whatever
middle
kills
tower
are
is under
still
attack.
fighting.
Gander spotting out Accel. Roll on in. Nice sidestep though. Still manages to go and land one of those kicks. They've got the stomp with the Centaur. And with the Magnetize, we'll throw out the Ice Blast. Why not? He's going to be dead for a little bit, but
Focus on the agony.
that engagement. Kaz is forced back as Bryle and KheZu hot on his heels. Looks like they're still going to try to go for it too. The Rolling Thunder. Now Monta goes off, but they'll still follow up. HFN finds the kill on Papita while all this is going on. And we get them roll around in circles here. And comes Faker. They're trying to punish them with this, and they go and they use the fortification. So this tower is just fishing out quite a bit, plus the Wrath of Nature. But they don't have the rest of their team, so looks like they're just trying to save Pakazs at the end of the day, not try to get these kills.
Well, mission successful at least, and Michael is getting his Wing Dagger on the bottom.
Pakazs, why are you still there?
Oh no.
Why?
I was just saying, you only need to stay back a little bit more. You're kind of gonna have to blink, and then you can fight after. But
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
guys, wouldn't be Pakazs if he wasn't testing the limits of what he could get away with.
True. And finishing up here with that double damage room, just push, and he has working rather towards that Scotty. The BKB is completed though now for Fake. Have to see if that will allow him to stand a little bit more toe to toe with everyone.
Are scanning.
And we've got the smoke. Papita leading forward. Big chonky dino boy opens up with the Yules, followed up with the Ice Blast, but they have a 4-step, so it doesn't matter. MoonMeander's gonna get silenced. The whole KheZu into place. Got the Ghost Shroud going on. The toss back though from Michael. Moon trying to roll away as in goes Bryle. And again, they do have that BKB over onto Faker, and they'll find the kill onto MoonMeander. They're hunting down KheZu now. They need to be able to go slow him down just a little bit more. That 4-step's gonna be off cooldown in a couple seconds, but Pakazs just chasing after him is gonna be able to go and just get himself a double kill.
Radiant's courier has been
Very nice. The only problem that I see with this is that even while they're killing
Radiant's top tower. Radiant's top tower
in
has
favor of
fallen.
Crazy Good. This man is actually deciding between the butterfly and the
He's got both components. I guess maybe figuring he'll farm fast with the Edgy.
Yeah, if you have a cool 3k sitting around, why not buy yourself an eagle?
Yeah, you know, casual. It's the season's latest fashion accessory kits. All the cores are getting one. You don't want to be that one kid on the playground that doesn't have themselves a casual Eagle song. Then they're all gonna be like, oh, look at you, baby pockets, can't even afford an Eagle song.
Yeah, that's,
You don't want to be that
me
kid.
right there. I've always been that kid.
Same. Meanwhile, I'm like, guys, I finally got food. All right, here we go. Smoke play coming out from Cr4zy. Faker. Trying to plan a little bit though. Faker sidestepping Michael, waiting nearby. Does have the blink dagger. BKB's gonna come out from Faker though. As Bryle rolls around in circles. This one of these bounces up. Michael needs to be careful though. It's gonna end up getting hit. And we have another fight going on over at the side. But go use the magnetize, get a couple of these stomps off. Michael just can't seem to do anything here, so he is going to fall.
Is under attack.
Not over here.
Dire's
split.
bottom tower has
Walks
fallen.
over into the side when he notices that all of the board can actually have 3 engagements are at the right side,
Dire's
and they
bottom
split
tower
up the
is
fight.
under attack.
Allows a
Faker?
Oh no.
Baker? That's a dead Baker. Okay. I don't know what. I guess maybe he figured that he could get into position, maybe not realizing that Aui's there, but they were all just in the bottom portion of the map. Kind of a head scratcher.
Dire's bottom tower has
It
fallen.
is, yeah. Like, sometimes you just have this idea as a player that you can't afford to let this tower or whatever go, while the rest of your team thinks know very clearly that there's no way we're defending that. You end up standing there being like, guys, and like, what? Why are you there? And it just happens, especially in a lineup where you have to coordinate so many improvements.
Well, it looks like HFN decided that he wanted that butterfly, so... Gops. That's Scotty, but it definitely feels like he's got all the time and space in the world right now.
Does.
The rest of the... far behind over on the side. 17k right now over on HFN, 11 on the Spectre, and 11 on Prophet. And these, you know, the Spectre, yes, you know, can get fairly large here, but Faker, the opportunities are not as vast.
Fair enough. He is going back for the Radiant right now on...
Radiant's middle tower is under
I know
attack.
why he waited long.
Radiant structures are
I
fortified.
don't really want to get a Radiant in further. On the other hand, the right click damage doesn't come in.
Radiant's middle tower has
Chance
fallen.
aura of a Radiance,
Come to
Dire's top tower
not
is
just for you,
under
but also
attack.
for your... If you're expecting to get Kaito
That's just
buffs,
the
and
Radiant's
just
bottom
the damage
tower
of
is
being
under attack.
alive is such a powerful boon. So it's... He didn't really want to go for this, switch his items up a couple of times, but in the end, he feels that this is the choice that's going to
Dire's
enable him
top
to
tower
fight late
is
game.
under attack.
And I can see why. Question is Crazy going to let him get it? This is the last outer tower going down.
I don't think so. We talked about this during the draft, Kip. The fact that Crazy they reach a certain point and then it's just go time. There are no brakes on this train. They're going to be running at you, and the Spectre's a nice idea, but against a team like Crazy, that's not going to allow you to have that breathing room. They're going to make this very difficult, if not impossible,
Is under attack.
with their aggression.
Scanning. Radiant's
Look at
bottom
this.
tower
They
is
smoked
under
up. They're
attack.
hoping maybe someone will show up, try to defend this tower, but no one's showing
Dire's
up.
middle tower is under attack.
Nobody's home. They're knocking on the door.
No one's home. Oh, maybe. There's a little ice cream cone.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, he's gonna die. He's so gonna die if he's not careful. Oh, Accel. Roll in from Moon, as to be expected, with the magnetism, the silence, and the impetus. KheZu gets a kill. Moon maybe going just a little bit too far here. Got excited to kick, though, over back into that sip. Will be able to go follow up, but this is a good ice blast coming in hot. Are they going to be able to go and land it? It's just a little bit too far out. Doesn't quite manage to land over onto Moon. And they just take these buildings so easily. They've got no fear. In goes HFN. He's got the Scotty. He feels very, very powerful right now. They've got the silence going off over on the side, but it doesn't seem to do a whole heck of a lot. Papita's just going to get shredded as Brown just goes rolling on through. Look at Baker. That BTS is cute, sweetheart, but it's not going to do much. Michael now, Snowball being thrown at his face. The scythe even from Boot. They don't even need it. Oh, it's going to come out from Pakazs, though. A little bit of a desperation move, maybe trying to get the kill onto Brown. They do manage to finally take him down, but now Pakazs left all alone. They're just going to turn right back around and get the kill on the Spectre. Plus the silence, KheZu is still trying to stay alive, and he's a survivor. And they had a buyback now. Michael crawling away. They don't have the enchant, luckily, so it looks like he's going to be able to get back into his building, or his base rather, but
Ben actually backs off, even though I'm not sure if they need... Spectre is down, they could see that he has a rating. Most likely no money for a buyback there, and the hole's down anyway. It feels like Crazy could end
Dire's
right now.
middle tower is under attack.
feels like HFN wants to hit creeps just a little bit longer. They do have the next tier of items coming. Perhaps that's why they decided to back off and just secure themselves a little more advantage. But Jenkins and I always laugh about this because look at HFN's inventory. He's got 3 of these neutral items because he's so greedy. Like, okay, well, I can use this for now, and then I can switch it off, and then, you know, if I decide I want to have that fairy fire, I can use that. It's just like, poor little Aui's just holding onto that brooch still. He would love to get something.
The brooch is very nice. Normally the only neutral item where I'm
Dire's
really
bottom
about,
tower
yeah,
is
you
under
should keep
attack.
that in your inventory to switch it out, is the leveler. Just because I can see not wanting it for fights, but once you get to the base, you don't want to have to fly that thing out or have it on a hero where it's inefficient. Just have your leveler in your back pocket, switch it out once it's good.
Rush is back up, so that KheZu will be wanting to make. Separating a little bit. You've got Papita, Michael, and Accel sitting on the low ground. Rolling in over here onto Faker. Forced to use that BKB, and he's gonna try to TP out, but he can't do it in time. There's too much damage coming out from HFN, and they're too split up right now. Try to follow up over on the back lines. They put the damage out over to Allen, but that's your position 5. You don't really care that much as Michael gets rolled after HFN just kills them. Slaughters them into pieces. Brian rolling on through. This is not looking good for Infamous. Michael eventually falls.
Dire's middle tower is under
Metamorphosis
attack.
is
Yeah, that is so cool.
Dire's structures
Anytime
are
you jump
fortified.
close, you're going to die. The only option is to have hopefully extra damage.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Dies back to fight
Dire's middle barracks
but
are
that's
under
still literally
attack.
hoping he kills himself or
I mean, they hit the critical. I wouldn't even say critical mass point on HFN. He's just too big. They don't have the burst. He likes to take these long, drawn-out fights. And again, Pakazs here. All right, they managed to go land the Ice Blast. That's nice, but the Spectre is not looking particularly healthy. HFN finally taken down. It's gonna be a 9x kill streak. They'll get the kill on MoonMeander too. And there'll be the Haunt going right back in. They want this kill on KheZu. And they do manage to take down 4. So a little bit of a caster's curse, I guess, coming out from me, saying that, you know, it's going to be too hard to take down HFN because a well-timed Ice Blast will be his untimely end, but it's still very difficult.
yeah, like the big
The seeds
bug
of
that he didn't have time for in there was unless he walks down, like, right behind Force, in which case, yeah, he can die.
Yes.
Separated from-
Radiant are scanning.
he was kind of demonstrated that. Demonstrated that.
To the Roche pit they go. They don't have any sort of medallion, though. Decent amount of damage. And Pakazs is still holding on to raindrops. Like, look at this Spectre.
Sean has fallen into the dark.
And I think he's been generally very much about optimizing his. Interesting, because a lot of other younger carry players that I've seen are actually not so mindful of that, and they're more about, oh well, if I am, you know, farming my items fast enough that these, yeah, I want the raindrop here, the raid band there. You want to get as much money. This is a bit of a worst case scenario with KheZu where they throw an opportunity to end the game, and the real problem comes in when Pakazs gets.
Still is very much an uphill battle, you know, it's a 15k network lead. Of course, having the Radiance on the Spectre will help, as long as, you know, HFN right back around on him. Definitely not out of the woods just yet.
And basically, the Scotty isn't going to allow the Spectre to fight HFN. We're not there yet, but it is going to allow him to fight the rest of the team, specifically with all the slows, with all the minus heals. Well, still both of these healing heroes, plus opportunity, a lot of AoE damage to come in. That's going to do a whole lot of work, and they definitely down once the rest of his team. Or of course, if he overextends it, and he's really not good.
You hope he's learned this.
This to me.
Comes the gank train, with Brielle leading the way. But all Infamous, they're wise to this. They've hidden inside of their base. They're too afraid to go out because no one is showing in lanes. Know that they don't have the Roche right now because you've already grabbed yourself up that Aegis. These are dark and... What is the phrase? The night is dark and full of terrors. The night is dark and full of terror, Blade. You don't want to go anywhere near those.
I don't recall that being in this series, but I see a lot of evidence for it.
It is now. We've made it canon.
Also, Dutch lady.
Why is that?
Let's just say that if you want actors to get naked on camera, you get a couple of Dutch full of naked people. I don't know why. I think Dutch people think that's artsy or something, because it's automatically art if you put. But yeah, if you look at
I'm sure Twitch chat is very glad to find out this information, and we'll be partaking more in Dutch film from now on.
Everyone that buys it, it's not actual joyful nudity.
That's definitely playing scared, though. They're holed up inside their base. You've got a lot of gold over here on Pakazs, but he wants to hold on to that buyback. Throw out a couple of these scouting ultimates, maybe try it out a bit over to the triangle. Trying to figure out, what does HFN have? Pretty loaded.
That's a hurricane action as well, just in case he fought somewhere, in case he gets on top of him. I think he's very annoying. Besides to go on a Abyssal Blade, I think. Yes, the whale on this guy for a while. He's taking his distance.
This is ballsy. Looks like they're gonna try to sweep them out of their jungle, though, and everybody's hanging out over by the triangle. They can get up vision.
Radiant are scanning.
On available on Spectre, you can go and just teleport in if you need Faker. They do manage to find Brile. Oh, Accel says, oh no, I was not ready for this. I did not expect to see this, but there's going to be the Haunt coming in. So they'll go, they'll take the moves over here onto Accel. They'll be able to take him down, but over on the back line, MoonMeander also to fall. This Rolling Thunder coming out from Pearl doesn't connect on too many, but the scythe will go through. They'll be able to get the kill onto Michael. Pakazs now trying to just get away. Oh, the Bashal coming out from Brile. Managed to sidestep though, there's that Aether Lens. As they just hunt down the Spectre, she's coming right back up again because that was the Aegis, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Look at this Papita, he's like, come to me, crawl to me, let's get out of here, get in the bus! And they leave Faker behind. I think he should be able to TP out, though.
If Brile gets another bash there?
Would have been the end of the game, although they do have the buyback.
Kaz got stuck in a very unlucky corner there.
Papita?
Be very careful right now.
Papita has the spider legs, they've got the Yules. Just got...
At the very least, this was a metamorphosis used outside of the base, so HFN now unless I do think that he's big enough that he can fight him, especially because the point was the buildings. Oh no, fake.
Well, Ice Blast coming in hot, though. Doesn't quite manage to land over on the side. Faker forced to use his BKB, and he's got a TP back. That's how scared he is. He can't even walk. He knows that if he tries to walk, he's most likely still going to die. So he had to go and just BKB TP away.
Scared but alive.
Hi. A sheep stick coming out soon, Faker, which I think they just need more lockdown. But even with the lockdown, do they have the damage, I guess is the next question, because HFN's just dishing it out by the bowlful.
The real problem that I see for them is that they just haven't been able to get crazy in a group situation with a big Ice Blast. And it feels like they just haven't face-checking with Accel too much. Papita doesn't want to be the one in the front lines. There must be some reason why they are not getting the uphold. If they could get just one good Ice Blast off, they can get a really good fight out of it. Because HFN doesn't have a BKB either. This man can still totally die to all
HFN has a BK. He just got it.
Oh, well, never mind.
Literally, actually just picked it up and it was sitting in his backpack. This game gets a lot harder.
Never mind. He can go do whatever he wants. Actually, he should probably just take 4 matches of this. I don't see how this works. Cause wants a late mail. That is how serious this situation is. Once again,
Gonna do that much, honestly.
optimization of the slots. We want to try something before this fight and had a slot ready. Has
Pakazs. Bryle finds Faker during all this, trying to go and cut the wave, and they got smart to him. They do have buyback though on the Nature's Prophet. But just look at this damage HFN can do. Sitting on the low ground here, KheZu throwing his body up forward, daring them to come anywhere near them. Got the heals coming out too. Go hold him into place, so it does get happening. The roll forward though. Buyback coming out now from Faker. BKB coming out from HFN as he just shreds Accel over on the back line. Gets the sender up over into Papita. He says that's very nice of you to propose your body over to me. And now backing up a little bit, but they do have the rolling thunder. So they go right back in. They have the side. Michael gonna be taken down next. Pakazs is still here alive and kicking. And you know, the blade now actually doing a decent amount of damage because MoonMeander trying to run away. He is gonna get clicked down by Faker. KheZu having to get force staffed up over to the top. Does manage to have that magic lantern, but it's not gonna be enough because he's gonna burn. Now Aoi running away. Dagger's gonna get tossed out here by Pakazs, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to grab him. Michael considering it, but the blink on cooldown. Papita has to be careful. There's 3 over here.
Going back in.
The roll. They don't quite manage to land, but they do get the bash up over onto Papita. This is not looking good. He's not taking enough to survive this, as he is going to get bashed up. And he's not going anywhere. This will blade on Bryle.
Dire's bottom
Bash will
barracks
respect
are
him.
under attack.
Pakazs has been fine now. He knows that if he loses this fight, it's over.
I don't have Papita for another 90. AA's gonna be back up soon, but
Maybe HFN? No, he's got another metamorphosis and he's not going to get.
Precious bounty.
Shouldn't give her.
no buyback on anyone but HFN at this point.
A little something extra for the event.
The side of Infamous simply can't. Buybacks one time to die.
Kaz might die if he's not careful. Owie, but MoonMeander's nearby. So is Bryle. I don't know about this rolling thunder. Considering it, we'll immediately turn back around. There's the blade mail, but the roll forward coming out from MoonMeander. Michael's getting silenced up as well. So they might try to back off. Ice Blast is going to get tossed out, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't land on anybody. It's not going to do any damn good because Michael, next to fall, Faker teleporting in, but the rest of his team has already run away. He has to hope that they don't feel like chasing him right now. And they don't. You know why, Kips? Because Roche is up, and they know it.
Easy, this Roche.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
These are the moments where I'm like,
Shaman has fallen to the raid.
prepared to die.
Dire's
Oh my god.
has been killed.
Never die.
Why? Why? Accel's courier had his ads on it. His entire ads.
Where was it? Was it in the?
By the Roche pit.
It was in the Roche. Oh no.
This is looking very, like it was already looking incredible for Cr4zy, but
Why couldn't anyone else use their bloody courier?
I know.
Why did it have to be mine?
why did it have to be his that has the entire ag scepter on it?
Why did none of you ever use your couriers right?
Alright, well, Chef Ben just walks right on up there. They've got the solar crest on him too. He's got an Aegis. They do a decent chunk of damage, but he's not afraid. Gets the sender up over here onto Faker. There's a couple big hits, but Pakazs left behind, plus the sight. He's just dead.
Dire's bottom barracks.
He's dead, no buyback. HFN does manage to get tossed into the air. They'll go, they'll pop it, but Michael just kind of sitting right over here is going to get kicked back by MoonMeander. And he comes right back up again. Moon, though, is dead. Michael next to fall, but the bigger problem is just HFN. He does so much damage. You have no one who's going to be able to go and protect these buildings. How do you deal with this? Papita just trying to be a meat shield, throwing his body at him, and it's going to get slowed down. Look at this damage coming out from Owie. They'll go, they'll try to use the Glimmer Cape, buy him a bit more time, but HFN focused on the buildings as the rest of his team diving in. They have the Abyssal Blade, that's going to be a dead Papita. Bryle is just so damn aggressive right now. Does manage to go and get hit by that blast and the Orchid, but he's just a body. They're just using him as an annoyance and distraction because HFN is hitting the buildings.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They have no Spectre for 80-something seconds. They have no Underlord for 70. This is looking like it's going to be game, Kips.
Has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Last hurrah? He tries. He puts the... He's trying. He built himself a little tree house over here, but it's only going to last for so long. I'm sorry, Faker. Your treehouse dreams are dead, and look, it just pops a BKB. Okay, just for funsies. Knows that the Ice Blast is coming in. Rolling Thunder on through here from Brile, and that's it. That's the end of game number 1.
So, of course, it feels like they have this tendency to overextend one fight. Like they need that little pushback, like, oh yeah, by the way, you still gotta keep focused this back yet.